Good morning. I think we've actually got this song just about the end here. Alright, so first of all, we need to update all the things. Where did... so we've got minor gems. Interesting. Oh. Okay, I guess I didn't do this in this particular console here. Oh, he's tagging this with the version he used for each thing. Left for the cry, thank you for the host. So other than that, we have one life data. And one life. Now this gets a little bit trickier because I'm actually operating on not necessarily on master. So there's all my artifact files. I don't know why he doesn't have this stuff ignored. I mean, maybe this is all stuff he has like globally ignored, like star.exe, and text could be dangerous. All right, so get okay, that's fine. Oh, and a bunch of curse stuff we'll have to deal with. Maybe in my other. Maybe I should update the server so I can get rid of that, or get that taken care of now. Anyway, I'm not going to be working on that server today. All right, so server, much living life page, documentation. I don't think nothing in the client is jumping out as a brand new file. We would need to reconfigure for. Nope. And now, with that done, nope. And do we have to be in game source? Oh, you know what I actually forgot to do is build because we're going to want to make a new one of those. And I have to remember what that command is. Make distribution windows. Oh, this is up one. I'm pretty sure I saw some 122s in the tags. Yeah, 122. All right, now this is unfortunately a pretty long process. Well, I'm gonna need to pull up reflect look at server populations, and we'll end up picking one of these that looks unpopulated. All right, so pointer down, left page pointer down. I should get the console somewhere I can see it. So why is this going to become a problem? In live builds. So I messed around with mouse held, mouse down frames. Is the frame rate different when I'm playing on the live servers? So I might have to figure out how to get, you know what, that's the problem I've had. Windows standout. Why are we not seeing this? Redirect. Printf not printing on console. Wait, is it all buffered? No. It's an Eclipse thing. Okay. All right. Windows monitor standout. All right. Is this like some unique problem I'm having? Yeah, this is programming level. Hmm. I mean, if this displays it while it's... output to a file and then to the console. Rather than as data is being produced. Oh, and it's at a bar. Yeah. Well, can try that. We're still building our environment here. I wonder if just doing... Would just doing PowerShell actually capture the output? Kind of a roundabout way to do it. Well, maybe I should start up this initial build beforehand, because these things take a long time. So this is mouse held. Let's pointer up. Then we have the fake clicks. We also have got our own edge autorun. So I mean, I'm usually seeing this. Oh. Does it mess with OID when there's a public server with stuff going on? Or there's some weirdness with the screen edges? And we're just rebuilding caches. Alright, well, I guess we have to wait a little bit yet. Mm. And that's already nuking mouse held. be a timing change with the pointer up event. It's making it look like a hold and then a release. But no, because if mouse held, we'd turn off autorun and we thought we wouldn't be drawing the lines. Oh, and now it's done, obviously. Alright, Windows. So the big thing is settings. That's not settings. Sprites. Auto login will do after getting it to run once. Custom server address. Opens over there, which is fine. So server 1 hour 1 life.com. Otherwise, it might be easier. Well, I'll still have to scroll through the list. So is this not registered as a viewable file? Huh. Okay. No, I wanted a context there, so actually for this. Full screen, I think. Turn that off? I don't remember. Had to quit mode, no. No need to be hitting up any games. Well, no, I'm gonna have to be playing on the live servers, so I'm gonna need some of that stuff. Oh, that means I have to put in my real things too. Well, okay, so the easy way to do that without having to actually open anything up is to go to actually, if I'm gonna have to play on the live servers, it might be better off just modifying this one. Well, there's like auto login. But auto login will be easy to do. Alright, so this was custom. Get that back. Update it. I don't know if there's... Well, I might want to do the windowed mode. Full screen off and auto login. That's not too much to change. Big update, apparently. All right, so then we copy you back to stock. We go to game source. Oh, I was originally using a command line to do that, wasn't I? So it's just a different command line. It's part of our build process. Game source, copy onelife.exe to, oh, this is this kind of console. Games, one life. Oh. We're in virtual Unix. All right, and we want to tweak custom server address. Use custom server. Full screen. And auto login. So I guess there is like a couple of settings that actually get tweaked here. All right, so now we see if it's even reproducing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have random locations. This is gonna be, and I can't turn off the food adjustment. Okay. Oh, this must be the curse token. Shame it's kind of overlapped on. Oh yeah, I guess it's like sort of an ank type thing. Maybe that's an actual thing for a curse somewhere. All right, now. Ah, snap. It's related to server population, not just to being a public server. Which means I have no choice but to play in a populated server to diagnose problems. You know what I might be able to do? All right, so use custom server 0. Actually, let's try something. Auto login. I wonder if, well, I might not have enough free movement in the tutorial, but we'll see. Because that at least wouldn't be... I thought you could replay the tutorial anytime. Maybe it's only after logging in? Yeah, that hit a wall. Okay, there's a door there. There's a little navigation maze. Alright, so this seems to be working fine. Now, admittedly, I'm not playing for real right now and like rushing around like mad. Yeah, alright, well, I guess we have to be playing in public. Tutorial done. Because it is not reproducing today. Well, he also adjusted the server populations by changing the maximum a bit. I wonder if that affects it. Or is this a windowed mode versus full screen thing? That would be interesting. Sorry, people, I have testing to do. Oh, okay, so it is it's like populated areas. Alright, so we definitely have reproduction. So we got it up to there, and then it stops. So now I have to figure out... Alright, so we can figure out how to get output on another server. Oh, and we could go back to... those are basic LS settings we need to change. Figure out that. So if I did go over and update the private server, I could figure out how I get output and get the kind of debugging I think I need. So that at least I don't have to bother the main servers too much. Alright, so I'm going to have to go get the other computer ready for that. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. For science... But you can't really drag yourself, unfortunately. Now, this could be... Now, I could maybe see this being more interesting in multiplayer, where you could drag it farther. But, yeah, they seem to have caught that one.
Rip. No, he didn't get XP. He did, but not much. Because he didn't kill it. Then let's kill this thing.
Daar. Oké, nu moeten we... Ja, ik denk dat we dit gaan verliezen. 1-0 hadden. Yo, jongens, yo! Ga naar die auto, die auto is 2 HP, gozer.
Kijk, in de cirkel, in de cirkel.
Nice. Niet meer shiften, niet meer shiften. We hebben echt te weinig fuel nu. Nee, we hebben niet nodig. We hebben achter...
Nog eentje opschieten!
Oké, hou je wapen goed gericht. Jij moet die goede wapen hebben.
Oké, ik reload hem nu.
Pushen. Oh, hij is bijna dood.
Ik ben bijna dood, jij wil je wachten!
good. I'm out of
Nice.
ammo.
Yes! Yeah!
Rip. No, he didn't get XP. He did, but not much. Because he didn't kill it. Then let's kill this thing.
It's been cleared out. Oh, hey, where'd this hatch come from? What up, buddy? How's it going? You eating some of these resources and turning them into coal? You are. You are so ugly. Not ugly cute. Just ugly.
I am Alam Moon. I like it. Need a song for this life. Inspire this little girl. Ooh, okay. Oh, the tour. I love when people do the freaking tour. She might be just like looking around, but you know, show your.
Yeah, there we go. We need to have an event for this. Loaded. Now I could actually do the JSON decode in the function, so then it would be loaded rule set.
Feast one. Ah. There we go. Southgate. Oh my god. No! I legit just blew up my ship. Wow, that's really disappointing.
Mode, and I guess I'll select, these are really simple, so game in edge mode now, so I want to switch back to faces, alt, right click.
Alright, so there's that. We're going to actually need to get rid of you so that when we put up the other screen and toggle on that camera, it's not in the way. Alright, so in here we had to do... We had to run our local fetch. Just so we've got everything, so that when we run the Docker build, it doesn't have to really update anything. And then I think we got two Dockers. Primarily for CD build context. One life. Actually, did that show? Ooh, no, since I wasn't that update did not give me all the differences. Let's see, was I last touching this stuff? Yeah, probably about 1 week ago. This was me looking back to my original spot, so somewhere around... Okay, latency testing. That's how to do it. Make WebLife log data kit doesn't directly affect us. That's just changing a setting. Server settings, curse level 1, curse level 2. Is any of the settings stuff implicated in our Docker files? Build server. Okay. Server.docker file. No, I think we get settings wholesale. Configure settings. I mean, that really shouldn't be too relevant to us. So these are just times, I think. Maybe naming phrases. So curse threshold. Don't see any of his scripts updated yet. Cursing phrases, but that's still settings, so it should get bulk copied. All right, so I think that will be okay. So we build our Docker file with all the compiler and everything. And copy way too much stuff. The fetch shouldn't have anything to do because we already updated it. All right, now we should have a Docker file with the compile artifacts, along with all the unnecessary artifacts and source and stuff. So we build another Docker file that copies out only the important things from there. Configures settings and gives us a server that we can run. And I think we had just bash run. And yes, we disabled that so I don't have apocalypses going off. All right. Oop. Oh. There we go. That may have been what happened to my server last time. Okay. My camera toggle key was conflicting, so we turn that off. turn that on. The server is available if we need it. If we're in there, it has to be public servers. That just reduces down to use public servers. So we do custom server address, my laptop. Use custom server. Yes. Auto login. Yes. And we'll do a quick check on that. Yes. Okay. And amazingly, stuff hasn't decayed when all the server's been off. Maybe because I think I set that to 0, which may have turned it off completely. Anyway, now what we need to do is... Oh, I need to actually get this set up. One life, Gans, 1 life. Oh, maybe this has to do with the shell I'm using, too. Oh. I got GMT epic time. Okay, so it's able to print out something. So what was the other things we're looking up were... Oh no, local epic time, GMT epic time. So that made no difference. Now, it might just be that he's completely removed virtually all printing. So let's see how this is coming out, because that's something that can actually print to the console for us. That might be a little too general word. This could be coming from minor gems. Too many windows. These look like logs. Okay. Okay, so this is just printf. All the S printfs. That's editor, okay. All right, so for event logging purposes, we just use printf. So living life. So yeah, the edge autorun is going to be an important thing. So that's sort of visible. Started by clicking on nothing. Oh, I wonder if I'm around civilization, then I'm always clicking on the tile with an object in it. So printf, fake click. This is turning it off. Printf reached destination. This is... We might need pointer down in general. Just to know when that's happening. And we want to say begin autorun. No cell or edge autorun, and this is it. Printf button up, disable autorun. So that should cover most of the stuff I need. So Ming is where we game source make. And copy it to there. Oh, we have to run this from a console. But this one is in... And that doesn't seem to make any difference. And I cannot resize window. Arr? Arr? This is clearly a modified client. Arr? What? Yeah, I think I do have to change the cropping of my other scene. Anyway. So pointer down has an unconditional printf. So like what are you doing that's making this work? I edited it, I didn't. How can I prove that I'm running the code I think I'm running? Without doing a printf. Arrow, get arrow dir from vector. No, its edge autorun was used in one of those places to determine if we're drawing that. Yeah, should draw path marks. No, it was the edge arrows. Last screen edge. Begin autorun. There's also a place where we draw. Yeah. Looks like it's compiling Living Life page. Okay. Okay, so I'm compiling the thing I think I'm compiling. Make. Copy. No output. Shoot. There must be a trick here. Can you disable standout? Turn off buffering. Buffering. I wonder if it's being buffered. Generate teaser video test map. Oh, is there a default standout.txt? You have to do something to log that. Okay, he has done something to redirect it because there is stuff there. And looks like my things need carriage returns. So let's take a quick look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Yum, 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 yeah. Okay. So it's doing login statements. A flush standout. Standout.text. No, that's reading standout.text. So you're at echo. That's audio. I don't think that should be implicated here. Thread safe printer, huh? Yeah, I don't see that doing a whole lot to like really muck with standout. So he's doing something internally that's redirecting it to a file. C++. C++. Well, I mean, maybe. Do, open, close. Dupe 1. Not an L value. Oh. What's POSIX systems? All right, so I guess the point is that he's redirecting standout. I can look at it, but it has my login information if I'm doing the main client. So I'm going to have to do some of the time. So... Oh, I need to get word boundaries to find the ones I added. Or there are printfs. Well, this is editor. Well, this was all within living life. Printf. So there was a few more of those. Path mark's fine. This ultimately leads to fake click. All right. Make. Go to that directory. You know what? It doesn't matter that I run it in a console because it's going to go to a file. Now what I can do is open that with Vim, which will do some degree of live reloading. Not going to the main screen though, because it does have my login information. Or some of it logged out. Right, so when this works... Oh, the basket did decay a bit. Load file. All right, login, map chunk, player update. Got food. Sending message to server, move. Pointer down, begin autorun. Did I miss one? Or do I need to RN? Well, I do have on my task list to try and fix the gas color mod. Other than that, I'm not really sure. I guess like a last used tool would be nice. Oh, yep, I missed that one. All right, so pointer down, begin autorun. Click, path found, sending message to server. I have no idea what that message format means. Map chunk, map chunk, map chunk. Fake click, pointer down. Message to server, fake click. Fake click. Fake click. Okay, so there is fake click, pointer down click, button up, disable autorun. Reach destination. Okay, so that's what happens on my local server where everything is fine. Use custom server. False. And now we have to disturb some people. She didn't want me anymore. Okay, so out in the wilderness. Oh man, I already got born to the big town. And it seems to be a thing with big towns. Well, let's quit so we got a new log. I don't expect that to be any different really. Oh, although I guess I should actually get that carriage return, huh? You know what? I'm going to be scanning for these messages through a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, so Edge, auto run. This ends up, and then I'll be able to search for the dashes to find things. Anyway, welcome Rogue Assassin. How are you doing today? Oh, and I need to put this where I can see any other comments from there. Yeah, too many windows. Edge auto run. Begin auto run. Button up. How? There's apparently some way you can hotkey stuff on your tab bar. All right. All right, hopefully that's all of them. Oh no, I haven't lived enough life. And I'll probably never live enough life in the big town for it to be an issue. Sorry, Mom. Yep. All right, let's see what that says. All right, accepted. Oh, this must be all the other people moving around. Yeah, player update. Or maybe this was me being carried. All right, well, you know what? We should be past the email address here. Message, manually forced. Maybe that was being carried? This is map data, maybe? Oh, all the player names. Apparently wow, there's a couple of families around there. Our food 204. Player update. New placement. Okay, there are some paths here, but I haven't seen my dashes yet. Reach destination. Oh, this might happen anytime you reach your destination, even if you weren't auto-running. And we have done a couple small moves, too. Also, I'm not sure if I'm checking for my player reached destination. Oh. If any player reaches destination, am I triggering something here? All right, let's... Oh, what is it? Yeah, beginning of line, please. Yeah, there's a lot of rich destinations here. Without any sign of pointer downs and stuff. So this might be it, when there's other players around reaching their destinations. Okay. In theory, first pointer down. Reach destination. I may have done some small clicks. A lot of reach destinations again. Pointer down. I think I had a explicit print for enabling autorun. Pointer down. I've not seen a pointer up yet. Pointer down. Begin autorun. Reach destination. I don't know how to read these codes yet, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's a theory. All right, so reached dest. If, oh. Not equal, equals RID. Right. I copied the wrong thing here. So this is elsing off something else, so to speak. So some object reached destination. It has an ID, maybe it's a player ID. But I should have said equals RID. Because this is and simply stop walking. Huh. If we reach destination, if there's a holding ID, we do something to the ground. Not equal to RID and not some pending message is more movement. And next message to send equals null. We might actually want that in... Do we not simply stop walking? Well, I mean, this will be a big improvement. So the thing we'll have to consider... if next message to send comes into it. Yeah, so it must be that ID is a player ID. Because we weren't being bothered by, like, penguins and things. So now I have to get born into a town again. Oh, and this will go away until we scroll past the email address again. All right, well, you know what? Technically, it's... well, if I hang around her, she's just gonna... think I want to live or something, so... all right, let's restart to reset the log. Oh boy. Well, she's kind of doing destination stuff. Alright, what I really need is a busy town, unfortunately. And since it turns out to be a player interaction, I can't just... Well, I could try to figure out how to... Oh boy. I can't get out of that room. So that was a town. There's a person here. So I kind of have something going on. And another Eve. It's like I hate doing this, but I don't have a... Alright, and now I'm an Eve. What? I appear to have run through all the eligible mothers. And we're back to this one again. Alright, well, I can't test this further right now. So I guess we're going to have to call that theoretically good? Did I have another one for source stuff? Oh, but I'm going... But to be hygienic about things, I have to remove all of my logging. Yep. Da, ba, da, ba, da. Not checking for our player ID on reaching destination. So I was getting interference from other... let's say was. Or actually we should say check. So we don't. All right, then we're going to have to roll with that for a little bit. Oh, did I post some stuff on... Oh, not master. Edge, auto run. Alright, so that's all we can do on this for now. I should... So I'm going to do that. And new system server is off. Auto login should probably be off. Full screen should be on. All right, we're done with you for now. Done with you for now. Done with you for now. Alright, so I should probably just go ahead and take a break while I update titles and reset things. And you know, it's always a good idea to take a break every now and then anyway. But I am going to come back and start looking at the charity tournament tools. I think the next thing might be trying to replace the native module with ports. I'm going to have to look at the to-do list though. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Well, that one doesn't work.
It's too unlikely. So we're using our Gurya. It gives us increased strength. Oh, frick you, game! I hate you so much. Oh well, whatever.
Be doing this, I wouldn't be with my wife because I obviously wouldn't trust her. Like fucking panic, man. It's cool. It's all cool. Oh shit, I've... oh no. I'll see you in a minute, dude. See you in a minute.
Run.
Daar.
Oké, nu moeten we... Ja, ik denk dat we dit gaan verliezen. 1-0.
Yo, jongens, yo.
Ga naar die auto is 2 HP, gozer.
Kijk, in de cirkel, in de cirkel.
Nice. Niet meer shiften, niet meer shiften. We hebben echt te weinig fuel nu.
Schiet het, jongens.
Nee, we hebben niet nodig. We hebben
Nog eentje, opschieten. Goed man.
Oké, hou je wapen goed gericht. Jij moet die goede wapen hebben.
Oké, ik reload hem nu.
Pushen. Oh, hij is bijna dood.
Ik ben bijna dood, ja, help me, je me.
Kut, Amaro.
Nice.
Ja.
I might be really good at Dark Souls by the end of this because getting really used to dodging.
In doing carrot farms so far tonight, and a big part of that has been that this game's really goddamn overwhelming and I just didn't know what I was doing. But there's a lot of... Okay. I don't want to retain anything. Look at this. We're gonna have 7 nightmares and... Or no. We're gonna have 4 nightmares and 6 madnesses. That's actually a little on the useless side. Okay. This is infinite nightmares and madnesses. Infinite. You know what the best part is? They're all dead because I just activated so many skills, but I do have 6 nightmares, all cost 0, and 6 madnesses that all cost 0. And we're gonna bouncing flash this last dude.
Base dug out. Let's build that other set. Meal lice. Or meal wood. As far as it goes, putting doors down everywhere, it's a little bit of overkill. I probably don't even need to do that, but I just like it. One advantage to it is...
Hey. Ow! Ow! And fight's almost over. Ow! Ow! Fight's over.
Alright, and we're back. So, yeah. Rumor has it that native modules will be very, very severely, they're just sort of discouraged now. They will be just outright banned in 019. So, in this project, we did have a native module. So first of all, I've got a source control. We need to actually test this only to server. Just to get it to compile, I just need a compiler. Let's add in a proc file dev. Oh, maybe this will win. Poll info server. Okay, that's all good. No, actually, this is very specific to the admin page. Admin start -f procfile.dev. Pretty specific to the admin page. Alright, so what we've got is NaCl, yes. So we've got the JavaScript for NaCl, which is a crypto library. We've got the set of functions that we use in Elm. We've got the native bindings that we use with that. And we have to figure out how we want to translate this to a port style interface. And I just want to confirm my belief that this is only in admin.elm. Okay. It feels like I two hex from s encode decode cryptosign open. Did maybe this do some multi-step stuff? Okay, I guess I just exposed more than I needed, maybe as kind of future-proofing for, parity on the operations I'm using. Or in case I ended up using Elm stuff in the server. But it's assigned body, encode from hex, cryptosign 2 hex. Wait. Okay, so I need one thing from this, and It's going to be a pain in the butt. Different message. That was a little bit naughty of me. Okay. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to do port junk. Because I just wanted to add some signing to my messages. So now everything upstream from every message I send. Well, this is going to be a command. We're expecting to get a command back. Hmm. Can you chain commands? No. Can batch commands. You can chain tasks. But ports are commands. They are not tasks. I can have a message with I can have a sign message. Which takes a function as the next thing to call. That kind of feels messy. But it's like I have to get key ID body. Sign body key. Assuming we always have an ID. We have to prepare a message that depends on the particular call we're making. We have to go out to a port asynchronously, get back the signed body, And then feed that into our HTTP call. Donations edit body, donation. It's kind of tempting to move the entire HTTP request out into the port. So I would essentially have all this with a straight up body, and then that would just... Well, you'd still need all the parameters. So what is this? I have a... So we have... no, this is admin. Got game info, got donations, got update. Empty request complete. So we need to be able to pass in a... So we need the body, we need the key. Actually, it's only 3 calls. We just did 2 hex and decode for parity, I guess. And I think crypto sign open. Yeah, also for parity. That's correct, right? Yeah, just admin. So I have to go to a port. Which only takes a single argument. But I might be able to lazily pass a record. We'll have to see. And it's going to return, oh no, it's going to call another port to say that we got an encrypted message. Oh, I can't pass the next function through that. Well, unless I rely on lazy port conversions, allowing an elm function to pass all the way through. Which I know wouldn't pass on straight encoder decoder. Which means... I need a specific message. for every next command, and I need some way to get parameters to it. Another option would be to have a sort of wrapper. That pass some sort of correlation key to the port, to send it back. So we could look up some sort of curried next function call to complete the request. Well, HTTP request does take a structure. Oh, and I made an arbitrary data type. Well, I mean, might still be able to get away with that, as long as it's only passed between the functions. Actually, no. I should never need that as long as I'm doing complete operations. So let's see if we can cheat this in here and do... Although I do have just a straight up harbor. Although I am... Okay, so this is actually a similar thing, where we do a type alias for the argument. But I don't think there's any functions here. Port, let's just do the simplest possible thing to start with. So this is going to be an X to a command message and a port signed message. Just to start working out types. Oh, another thing we had to decode. Or we're really just going to get back a string for now. Oh, no, it has to take a tagger. Because that's the way they did ports. This is probably admin.html. Oh, admin harbor? Oh, admin main, that's right. I was doing that here. I wonder what the problem with the synchronous port was. So we're actually going to look a lot like this. Dot ports, dot signed message. That was for the timeout. I forget what I was calling this. All right, admin message. Oh. Well, we can still have message, I guess. What we need is signed body. All right, so all right, so step one, console.log args, because we actually need multiple arguments here. We never did this. Harbor. Type alias sign arguments equals. Admin.elm. So we got key and body. And then later we can see if we can pass functions through there. Oh, I needed a server for you. What server was I using? This might be a win. Info server. Yeah, actually web. Oh, hey, how about I should try to call this thing, huh? So how about init? Make model command.none. This is a command. What was match in donation? What command does it come back as? Oh, it doesn't come. It's a command. That's not a sub. We have an explicit thing for return arguments. Sign message. Which we don't have yet. And where did I bury my compiler? Nope. Indeed, that is for type definitions. All right, so that compiles. It comes through fine in JavaScript land. NACL. Now, this has to be a specific function. If I can get it in, getting it back out could be interesting. But if we do something like identity is a function from A to A. F is identity. All right, so I need you over there. I need you over there, but not that much, so I can see compiler. Oh, but then sign arguments has to be an A. Communicate an unsupported type. Int, float, bool, string, maybe, lists, arrays, tuples, JSON values. Yeah, so we can't pass any sort of tagger in there. All right, well, I need to take a break anyway, so I'll see if I think of anything while I'm out. Be back in a minute or two. Really? Okay, yeah, I'd never heard that before. From what little I've looked into my ancestry, it was, well, I mean, it's a little bit all over the place, but more British Isles centric, but, you know, lots of stuff.
Okay, I'm back. I got some food though, so I'm gonna be playing while I eat. If anybody died while I was gone, I'm gonna load it. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for now.
it's too unlikely. So we're using our Gurya. It gives us increased strength. Oh, frick you, game! I hate you so much. Oh well, whatever.
So yeah, usually when I start a little farm and all that,
ammonium factory. Okay, so that's still having issues. Man, the rover. Just bloop, 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 bloop. Actually, you know what? I thought I was able to... No, I guess I gotta have a thing that's appearing. Anyway. Oh! That counted as... Are you kidding me? That counted as... Let's see if I can make these... switch back to normal mode. Okay, I don't have a lot of control over it, but... Okay, and welcome back. So we can't pass any functional information through. So we could sign stuff, but it's like, for what? And if I recall, HTTP. Custom request. List header. Well, that's not entirely true because it let a record through, but... So string... Header... Body... Expect... And header is opaque. And body is opaque. So we can't like just say, well, here's the request that we need you to sign a body in. Send delete round needs the round. Send discount level needs the round. Send game time needs the round. Clear doesn't need anything. So I can't pass a message through. I'd kind of have to do a string version of the message and then have a case to translate it back when we get the reply. I was thinking you could do a function as a list of arguments, but it'd be like a string and then whatever these things are. Well, the continuation of it might be just that, or we could rearrange that as a function that took the URL and the body. Expect string response, expect string response, expect string response. Actually, yeah. For all of these commands, we don't really expect responses. Getting the rest of our stuff through our WebSocket subscriptions. So either I have to pass through enough information to make another call, or I need some sort of correlation ID that tracks things to respond in a list that has like everything else in the request. Or a function to continue the request with the body, so to speak. So what does that set up? If it's ID based, we just have to add an ID to the port. So that makes the port a little bit simpler, maybe. Well, that makes a more generic mechanism for signing versus one that takes the specific fields we need to pass back to continue a web request, which will have to be like method URL, and we continue to assume, expect nothing. And other than having that message responder, if it's a function response, we don't have to do one message per call. Um, dab, 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 dab. Can we pass back compound responses? I could sort of do sign arguments. Okay, the compiler actually accepts that. I kind of want to see it happen. Alright. Sign message send. Args. Admin. Subscriptions. Oh, this is only in particular states that we do that. So this is dot signed message with a signed message, which is our message type, which matched model, signed message, result, string, I think. Well, this does. Okay, matched. Oh, this is doing receive model. Oh, you were doing a JSON decode value. The type checker hasn't rejected it. It'll look a little bit like this. That might is probably a result because the parsing could fail. Right now, our return type is that, which means it can't fail. Give us a dubbing response for now. Passes type check. Okay, I guess you can cheat ports a little bit. Although you could get a runtime error if the JavaScript returned an invalid value. And do we actually want to use the same type? I mean, the response would basically be ID signed message. Response. Oh, you're right. And it does actually do some degree of type checking, but it's technically an error. No, admin main. And then we go back to admin elm. NACL. So now we've got var message equals. This is where we gotta go back to native. Yeah, so we gotta do this funny business. Oh, you know what? We could technically, in this case, because these are just API calls to hook up ports at some later time. Admin.elm code utf8 args.body signed secret key equals NACL from hex args.key and signed is crypto sign message signed secret key, and then we return with args.id oh, and then signed body is NACL.2hex signed if we want to. Oh, that's just end of line. And that's all JavaScript. Yep, we didn't actually send our key with that. And I don't know if we're going to have a valid key at that point in the app. Command dot none. Alright, sign SK. Set key. Fetch game, fetch donations. Key equals sign SK. Body equals, yeah, sure, for testing purposes. And then we have to go to, whoop. No, this is just notes. I never did a readme for this apparently. This is a secret key, right? No. I need to. Thing about gvim is it doesn't bind system copy paste. Signed message. Okay. The server's not running, so that's not surprising there. So now for the hard part is we can't just receive this and print it. We have to, every time we send this, ooh. Which means that we have to modify the response ID every time we send a request. So you can't just return the command from there. We have to save all the information about what our next step is. So to keep the current flow, where we can call a request function, they would have to return a little sort of no-op command that sends us a message. In the message, we call the port, or in the message we update the model with an ID and squirrel away the thing that was in the message, which is a continuation function, which means we'd have to store the function in our model, which is supposed to be naughty. How else do you do rendezvous like that? I could specialize it to web requests. Where we throw the request in there, or the request argument structure, and then update the body field to be our signed message. And actually we have to wrap the signed message in a structure anyway. Which involves an ID key that would have to be saved with the request. I could have the port prepare that. The port prepare the joint body with an ID. It would be a different kind of ID. So we'd have to sort out the ambiguity of the two messages. And the two IDs in the messages. But that would save me having to store the ID in the structure, which could otherwise be the same as the request structure. Or I have to collapse it down to only the fields that I vary, and then build the request structure when we get the reply back. And this is why I didn't do ports the first time. So we can sign a message, but in order to do anything useful with that, we have to know what we're wanting to do with that signed message. Which basically means passing a whole bunch of information through the port, or... well, I don't have to record, I don't have to edit the model to record what an ID means if I pass it through the port. Which means we need a method, we need a URL, and right now, so far, that's all we need. Oh, no, because that's message. It does a signed body. And you know what? We are doing JSON encode object here. But I will need to pass this ID into there. Well, either I need to pass the ID in so I can get it back, or pass it in so we can pre-prepare the entire message package. I guess the less we do in the port, the better. So this is sending back just the signed message. So we actually, yeah, if we do it this way, we don't need an ID of this kind. Well, we pass it back. But we do need like a bunch of stuff. Actually, having this many pass-through arguments argues for merging these back to be the same. Because what we're going to be passing is the body we want signed, the URL where we're going to send it, the method we're going to send, the URL where we're going to send it, and an ID we need to bring it back. And is it really worth having a separate type? If we're just kind of replacing the body. Oh, key. So that's the one thing that disappears between... I guess I could... Oh, I don't need any of this stuff. It'll probably reject that. This would let us go back to assign response. It just have to be the same. Same A. Let's put a type as the following free type variable. So are free types not allowed at all? Yeah, it doesn't tell me whether this is a flat disallowed or if it has to do with how I'm using it. Because we're going to end up with type alias context equals method string, URL string, and ID string. And we're going to respect back a context. And when we sign a message, it's going to be, well, I mean, it can be anything here. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. So we have to fully bind this to our particular use case. It was ID string. And it's, since there's really no way to abstract this inner stuff, well, I mean, maybe I could make a type for it, but it's just a heck of a lot easier to admin main. Let's see, and then we want to... How should we do this? Well, I guess I don't want to replace it. I kind of have to do var response equals object dot create from args, then response dot body equals admin.elm. We have to mess with all of these, so we have to send URL equals method equals foo, URL equals foo, ID equals blah, and assign arguments with no parameter. Do we still have view? Yes, we do. All right, signed message. Means throwing around some of the keys some more, which is not great. What are we gonna do? So all our information comes back, with which we could construct a send. So that's just a dummy call to exercise the code, which at this point is exercised. So send delete round. So we need... Oh. That's the part we're missing. Oh, wait. Okay. As long as we never need data back. Complete. Send signed. Request. Method equals and this might be one where we pull out, what is it? Method URL ID. I don't know if it allows doing a subset of the fields. So actually message is sort of a thing. But what message here is... And then these would be nacl.signed sign message. Method delete. URL body is key equals key, ID equals round, and the body is round. Possibly should have chosen a simpler thing to start with. Module admin. Okay. Oh, the message function. I'm going to temporarily rename this to avoid type errors. All right, so signed message, and then we're going to call message ID body with just the body. So that got us past type check. Now we also have to do signed message, which has to be send signed request with the response. All right, send delete round. Send clear donation, send donation edit. Discount level would probably be a simple one. So put URL, expect timeout with credential. So ID equals round. Key equals key. Body equals discount level body. All right, now we're also going to need a server to interact with to see if this works. Proc file win. Oh, I already started up info server to have that. And there might not be a lot of data. Oh, I might have to seed some data to have rounds. Oh, I'm gonna need a database. Which is not something we had to do a special Windows thing for. Foreman start -f procfile.dev. Now this is one where I might have to... How did I seed the database? Oh, I had scripts for that. Info server load test, I guess. Node info server load test. Okay, our options.json is failing. Now I thought that one of these was a web server. And I have too dang many windows. Generated. Yes. The server cached that on startup. There we go. So discount level. Okay. 200. All right, so signatures seem to be accepted. All right, so we've got send signed request, send delete round, send discount level, send game time. Signed message. Put no headers, URL, body, lose all that stuff. We do that. Signed message, key, round, game time body. Send clear donations. I guess, you know, I was trying to convert web requests, but like, every time we do this, key is the first field. And ID and body kind of go together. All right, no headers. None of that, none of that, none of that. For you, ID is donations, and body is clear. No headers, none of that, none of that, none of that. ID is sign message key toString donation.id. And body is donation edit body. Okay, and that is not sending commands. Ah, indeed. Signed body, which is used by signed message, NaCl signed message, which means signed body goes away, which means NaCl has all of its old stuff go away. So don't need that. Don't need any of this. Rip all those utility functions. Get rm source. Was it? Is it native nacl.js? All right, I did not seed donations in here. Load games, load list. Games. I'm surely I had a way to seed this, right? Oh, we start up the polar, which is in test mode. IL.win. All right, so that lets us, so we already did discount level, we did game time, we can delete that, we can edit, and that seems to be fine. And finally, clear all donations. And then in some sort of Elm package, we probably had to say native modules true. Make sure that, okay, that's still all happy. All right, remove the file. Not the most extensible mechanism, but it serves my purposes. It just so happens that all the messages we're sending are straight up commands that don't need responses or anything. Oh, and notes. Ports removed. So next time, let's see, this will be a little data mod. Check timing issues. I just remembered what that was. Or that. I'll have to see if that's gonna be like a little evening stream or what. Replace NaCl native with ports. And it's getting close enough to lunchtime for me that that's going to be it. So thanks to Asarat Gaming, Joy Chef for AP, Dog and Lake, One Jellybean, Telefra to Cry, Kuro Kitsune, Deadly Tacos, Dead Mix Games, Haskin TV, and Strummy Ice Lisford for hosting me. What do we got going on right now? I do plan to be back this afternoon. We, in theory, have fixed our 1 hour 1 life client. So I'm going to try that out, and then I'll have to see. It's like, much as I'd like to do that all day, I've got a lot of games, not as much time anymore. So we'll have to see how that's going. How's your schedule? Your schedule looks almost about to wrap up yourself. That looks like it has probably ended. That's usually what the no preview means. Yeah, offline. No schedule. Well, so I don't know if how long he's still gonna be going, but Matthew is doing some web dev to make his portfolio. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check him out. Meanwhile, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, back this afternoon for some games. Probably tomorrow for some games, and then evenings when I can. Bye-bye.